For centuries, the prospect of marrying into the British royal family was a coveted dream for many, symbolizing the pinnacle of social status, wealth, and prestige. The idea of becoming part of a storied lineage, adorned with opulent palaces, lavish jewels, and the adoration of millions, held an undeniable allure. However, in recent decades, this once cherished aspiration has seemingly lost its luster, with fewer individuals actively pursuing the path to royal matrimony. This shift in perception raises intriguing questions about the evolving role and relevance of the monarchy in modern society. Historically, royal marriages were meticulously orchestrated affairs, driven by political calculations, strategic alliances, and the consolidation of power. Monarchs and their advisors carefully curated potential suitors, often favoring unions that would strengthen diplomatic ties, expand territorial holdings, or secure dynastic succession. In this context, marrying into the royal family was a coveted opportunity, not only for the prestige it conferred but also for the potential to wield significant influence on the global stage. However, as the 20th century dawned, the landscape of royal marriages began to shift. The aftermath of World War I and the subsequent dismantling of empires reshaped the geopolitical landscape, rendering many traditional royal alliances obsolete. The once formidable dynasties that had dominated Europe for centuries found themselves grappling with diminished power and relevance as the world embraced new ideologies and forms of governance. In this changing climate, the British monarchy, while retaining its symbolic significance, gradually evolved into a more ceremonial role, shedding much of its political clout. As a result, the incentives for marrying into the royal family became less compelling, particularly for those seeking tangible power and influence. Another factor contributing to the waning interest in royal marriages is the erosion of the mystique and exclusivity that once surrounded the monarchy. In the past, the royal family was shrouded in an aura of mystery, with their lives and activities largely shielded from public view. This sense of inaccessibility only added to their allure, fueling the imagination and fascination of the masses. However, the advent of modern media and the relentless scrutiny of the 24-hour news cycle have pulled back the curtain, exposing the inner workings of the royal household to an unprecedented degree. From scandalous tabloid headlines to tell-all memoirs and exposes, the once impenetrable veil of secrecy has been lifted, demystifying the royal family and rendering them more relatable, yet also more vulnerable to criticism and scrutiny. This increased transparency, while laudable in terms of accountability and public discourse, has inadvertently diminished the aura of exclusivity that once made marrying into the royal family a coveted aspiration. As the mystique fades, so too does the allure, particularly for those who may have been drawn to the perceived glamour and prestige of royal life. Moreover, the shifting values and priorities of modern society have played a significant role in the declining interest in royal marriages. In an era where individual autonomy, personal fulfillment, and career ambitions take precedence, the notion of sacrificing one's identity and aspirations for the sake of royal duty may hold less appeal. The rigid protocols, intense public scrutiny, and the weight of tradition that accompany royal life can be seen as stifling and restrictive, particularly for those who value personal freedom and self-expression. The expectations of conformity and the limitations on individual pursuits may deter many from actively seeking to marry into the royal family, as they prioritize their own aspirations over the perceived privileges of royal status. Additionally, the changing societal attitudes towards gender roles, equality, and personal autonomy have challenged the traditional power dynamics within the monarchy. The once unquestioned authority and deference accorded to the royal family have given way to a more critical and egalitarian discourse, where the actions and decisions of the monarchy are subject to public scrutiny and debate. In this climate, the allure of marrying into the royal family may be diminished, as individuals increasingly seek partnerships based on mutual respect, shared values, and personal compatibility, rather than the pursuit of social status or prestige. Despite these factors, it would be inaccurate to suggest that the fascination with the British royal family has entirely dissipated. The pomp and pageantry of royal events, from weddings to jubilees, continue to captivate global audiences, serving as a reminder of the enduring allure of tradition and spectacle. However, the nature of this fascination has evolved, shifting from a desire to actively participate in royal life to a more detached, voyeuristic interest. The public's curiosity now stems from a desire to observe and analyze the inner workings of the monarchy, rather than a genuine aspiration to become part of it. This shift in perspective has been fueled, in part, by the proliferation of media outlets and the insatiable appetite for celebrity news and gossip. The royal family, with its inherent glamour and intrigue, has become a subject of intense public scrutiny, with every move, decision, and personal drama dissected and analyzed by pundits, journalists, and armchair critics alike. In this context, the allure of marrying into the royal family may have diminished, but the fascination with observing and critiquing their lives has only intensified. The public's relationship with the monarchy has evolved from one of reverence and aspiration to a more critical and detached engagement, reflecting the changing dynamics of modern society and the evolving role of the royal family within it. A declining interest in marrying into the British royal family is a multifaceted phenomenon, reflecting the changing tides of geopolitics, societal values, and public perceptions. What was once a coveted aspiration, driven by political calculations and the pursuit of prestige, has given way to a more nuanced and complex relationship between the public and the monarchy. As the world continues to evolve, the role and relevance of the British royal family will undoubtedly be subject to ongoing scrutiny and debate. However, whether one aspires to marry into the monarchy or simply observes from afar, the enduring fascination with this ancient institution remains a testament to the enduring allure of tradition, spectacle, and the human desire to bear witness to the extraordinary. In the end, the fading allure of royal marriages may not signal the demise of the monarchy itself, but rather a transformation, a shift towards a more transparent, accountable, and egalitarian relationship between the royals and the people they serve. And in this ever-changing landscape, the British royal family must adapt and evolve, striking a delicate balance between preserving tradition and embracing modernity, lest they risk becoming mere relics of a bygone era.